Hello. This is episode 13, season 3, Cringe Music Podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is episode 3 for you. I've explained the weird episode thing, so hopefully you know what's going on. So, albums for this episode, because I can't really say week because it's been 2. Android Girl by Deco 27. And I Return to Nothingness by Lorna, and 4 times 4 equals 12 by Deadmau5. No. Android Girl. From what I can tell, Deco 27 is a pretty big, I guess you'd say Vocaloid producer. He has several extremely popular songs, several songs spanning various rhythm games. He's pretty well known in that circle, I guess you could say. So I discovered this guy from playing rhythm games. A lot of songs on this I've heard. Otome Dissection is in Waka. A couple of songs off of his other album Ghost are in Dance Dance Revolution. But yeah, this album front to back, I think it's really, really solid. A lot of songs that slap on here. They're really good. Some highlights for me being the title track, previously mentioned Otome Dissection, Scramble, Psychogram, and We the Hostages. I posted in the Discord kind of like the roughly translated lyrics and stuff, and some of those pages might have some background information on like song meanings. I'm not really sure. I did my best to try to find that stuff, but yeah, overall, I don't hate a single song on this. I don't think it's really good. As I said, it slaps.
It's pretty good. It's Vocaloid, so I fucks with it regardless. Is good. I mean, I don't really have much to add other than that. Like every single song, pretty good.
Yeah, it's this I can't remember which one. I can't remember if it was the last Vocaloid album or the one before that. I think this is probably my second favorite Vocaloid album that you've had us listen to so far.
Because I've done 3 so far. This is the third one.
3?
Yeah.
This is the third one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm just thinking of just random electronic, not specifically Vocaloid. I'm just thinking electronic in general. Okay, then I think this might be my favorite Vocaloid album that you've done. Then, I liked, or maybe no, sorry. I liked this one and the first one the most. I definitely loved the like kind of. I don't want to use the word variety technically, but it was nice because I could kind of understand what the Vocaloid was. Well, I don't understand Japanese, but to actually in this one the Vocaloid sounded like it was singing. In one of the other ones, it sounded like it was just the Vocaloid making noises.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I also like this one. Again, like you guys said, I definitely don't think there's a song I hate off this album or dislike even. Yeah, it's a really good album. It's fun. It's very fun.
Yeah. And then I guess whoever wants to go next.
I mean, I'll go. So weird thing about my album pick, this is actually one of my least favorite Deadmau5 albums, but it still slaps. I couldn't think of the name of the original one that I really liked, and I feel retarded because it's the same one that the title track is on, Ghosts and Stuff. That's a really good album, and it's probably one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
but I like
lack of a better name, it is a good album.
Lack of a better name. That's the name of it. I was gonna pick that one, but I could not remember the name of it, so I picked this one instead. This album still slaps and is one of my favorite. I like pretty much every single song off of this. Raise Your Weapon is really good. Sophie's Ladder is good. Like, all of them are really good. I've been on a like really heavy electronic kick lately, so.
Yeah. So I remember when this came out back in 2010. This was kind of my introduction to Deadmau5 back then, and going back to now, like, this still holds up. I forgot that this album is like 2 hours long though, or at least the Spotify version is.
I
Um,
think the last song is like a continuous mix for some reason.
yeah, so I think Spotify has like the wrong time on it because I did notice that there's a continuous mix thing at the end, but it's like grayed out and you can't play it.
Yep. Yep.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, it's an hour and 15. If I look at the version that I have.
Yep.
Which it felt like it dragged a little bit, but there are some pretty long songs on here. Looking at You, Cthulhu Sleeps, fucking 10.5 minutes. Um,
Okay, but that song is great. Fuck you.
you're right, but it's long. Yeah, like this
Yeah.
still holds up. I've been listening to like a lot of stuff lately while now that I'm working from home more or less full time. I just plug my iPad into my stereo receiver and plug my headphones in and listen to it that way. And I didn't realize when I first listened to this how well produced this album is. Like it's really
Yeah.
nice and some of the textures are really interesting. I think my only complaint is that I'm not really a big fan of Sophie's vocals on this. One Trick Pony and I guess Sophie Needs a Ladder. I'm not really a fan of those, but like every other song on here, really fucking good. Kind of going back to just Deadmau5 stuff in general. I've maybe listened to some of his newer stuff and I haven't really liked it, but I think this album and then everything before it I'm really into. Like more so like the first couple albums, but TLDR, I'm going on a tangent now. This album is good. It holds up after all these years. Very cool.
Hey, I actually have this album on vinyl. Or not yet.
Hey.
I'm planning on buying it on vinyl.
Oh.
plan on buying
I have the CD of this somewhere.
Nice. Yeah, I really like. I mean, I like Deadmau5. I like electronic music. How can you not? If you like electronic, there's a good chance you like something by Deadmau5, being one of the most fucking prolific electronic artists in America in the past fucking 2 decades. Like the
Yeah, I
dude.
mean, his
Huh?
son became a DJ too, I believe.
I think you're
Joel
right.
doesn't have a son. What are you talking about?
Are you
Yeah, he
sure?
does.
I'm pretty
could've
sure.
sworn I saw something about him
Me and
about him
almost
having a
said
DJ kid.
As far as I know,
I'll
he
look it up
does not have a kid.
But basically, the thing is, I mean, the guy has basically come out with a fucking album. Like, there's hardly more than a year in between any of his fucking albums, and they're constantly. I mean, I like almost everything he puts out, and he is, in my opinion, kind of like the quintessential like electronic artist in America.
Oh yeah, everyone knows who Deadmau5 is.
There is a more than, there's a pretty good chance that if you ask anyone in America who is Deadmau5, especially if they listen to even the most slightest amount of electronic, you can guarantee they've heard of Deadmau5. If they heard of fucking Skrillex, they've heard of Deadmau5. If they've heard of Marshmello, they've heard of Deadmau5. I mean, any current electronic, really, really big electronic artists can pull so much influence and give so much credit to Deadmau5.
Oh yeah,
And
he basically pioneered modern EDM, like by
yeah,
himself.
especially did all like he popularized a lot of it. And even though he's Canadian, I feel like he popularized a lot of it in America. Because I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
EDM's been doing electronic's been going on in the UK for a long ass time too. But
He started the mid 2000s
Yeah.
electronic wave
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
from
Yeah.
2010 on, yeah.
yeah, he
If
would.
he
Yeah,
didn't exist, Flux Pavilion wouldn't have happened, and then
exactly.
Bass Nectar wouldn't have happened, and then it basically snowballed because Flux Pavilion pulls a lot of their inspiration from Deadmau5.
Mhm.
Dat pulls a lot of their inspiration from
Yep.
Flux Pavilion, and then Bass Nectar pulls a lot of their inspiration from Dat6. So it just kind of like it
It goes
snowballed.
in a line. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's weird because even though this is supposed to be electronic dance music, for some reason this album was very like calming to me. Like just
Oh,
going
you should
back to
listen to
something that's like, huh?
You should listen to Ghosts and stuff again.
Yes,
Like,
I
road
haven't
and
listened to Dead Mouse in a
So,
long fucking
I-
time, so I'm
I think he released. It's funny you were talking about how he like pioneered the whole EDM thing, and then immediately after that, he just decides, hey, what if I just release an entire piano album, and thus we got "Where Is the Drop," which is an entire piano album. Last I checked.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Also, while I'm on the subject of Dead Mouse, I now know what album I'm picking for next week already.
Okay.
And it's a good one. It's a fucking bop. And if any of you don't like it, I will literally come to your house and fight you
Bet.
in
Okay.
hand-to-hand combat to the death.
Bet.
Bet.
Also
It's
about
good.
this album, I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. Damn it! All right. Well, anyways,
It's good.
you got anything else you want to say, Mike?
No, we're good. We can talk about Conley's, I guess. Who yours was 20 minutes, which I okay.
Mine was very short. Which I'm not necessarily it's this how should I put this? It's definitely shorter than I think it is because in my head, like the first and last songs last way longer than they seem. But then I go on a walk and like immediately I'm like, oh, I already have to change to a different album. I really can't wait for these guys to release something more. They actually just this is their first album, and To the Hellfire was their first song with a new lead singer.
Yeah,
Um,
I looked into the
Yeah.
reasoning for that.
Yeah, Steven's not gonna like him.
Oh, see,
I am pretty sure, or a woman abuser, one of the two.
yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, they kicked him out. Got Will Ramos. He, in my opinion, does a fucking phenomenal job. He's got one of my favorite fucking vocals in metal right now. I need to find other stuff that sounds like this because I am obsessed with To the Hellfire right now.
I might have some recommendations for you. I will post those in the song recommendation chat and tag you.
Please, because yeah, I love these guys. In fact, I'm probably gonna pick another deathcore band for next week that's longer than this one.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this when you said deathcore. It's wildly different from what I was expecting, but I did not hate it at all. I actually fucked with it pretty hard.
I love when they give their lead guitarist his solos. They're so fucking sick.
Yeah, I went through a phase where I listened to a lot of like weirder, more obscure metal, like Dimmu Borgir and stuff like that. And this would feel right at home on that playlist. So I've definitely got some recommendations for you, Conley.
Bet.
Yeah, this was definitely sounds very similar to Cattle Decapitation, which is probably the only band that I listen to that sounds anything remotely like this. There were a couple of moments on this where the vocalist sounded like he was in the middle of transforming into a pig, and it sounded very painful, and that was terrifying.
Yes.
I don't know if I liked it or not, but it was something. I'll keep these guys on my radar.
Yeah. Yeah. There was something about hearing that fucking inhumane pig squeal at the end that just blows my fucking mind. And I know that we've heard it before, but it's like, Jesus fuck, it's so good. It's the most akin to a pig squeal I've heard in almost ever.
Yeah, I've got a couple of bands, but the names are not appropriate to say on the podcast. So
Okay.
I will send them to you elsewhere.
That's fair. But yeah.
Because they have very, very not appropriate names.
That is, a lot of deathcore death metal bands do that, so I don't blame you. Or yeah.
Like I will say one of the tamer ones.
Which one?
Baby rapists.
Oh god damn it. Why does it always have to do with like babies, infants, and like sexual assault? Why is it always one of the two?
Haha, edgy, that's why.
God damn it.
But Anyone got anything else to say?
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
what was it? I think it was last week. I went to a very what might be my favorite concert I've ever been to ever,
Oh.
possibly. So I went and saw MC Frontalot and Schaefer the Dark Lord, as well as a few
Oh,
of their
yeah.
friends. They're doing a tour right now. Well, I think it already finished. It's, the Four-Eyed Horseman tour, basically nerdcore hip hop. Um, I've seen Frontalot the last two times I went to PAX East. He's usually always there. But first time seeing Schaefer the Dark Lord, as well as MC Lars and Mega Ran. The venue I went to is called Kilby Court here in Salt Lake. So I'll just tell you how it happened. So I get there, and I've seen pictures of this place online and stuff, and it's small, but I wasn't expecting this place to be as small as it was, and I actually like have some videos here. So I pull up, and I'm not expecting a lot of people to be here at this, but when I get there, there's maybe four people outside. And I just see Schaefer casually just walking around, hanging out, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I don't think that they've opened up yet." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Um, so like 10 minutes go by, they let everyone in, and it's just this courtyard, and the merch table's there, and Mega Ran and MC Lars are there, and they're just like talking to people and hanging out, and that's basically how it was. Just everyone hanging out in this courtyard, just like talking and stuff, which was weird. Like the artists are there, and you can talk to them. Um, so let me pull this video up if it'll work. Uh, oh boy, I have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LMAO. Unrelated, but we won, guys.
What did we win?
What do you win?
Breaking news: companies are now outlawing drug tests at the lower levels because they cannot find enough workers.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yep. I
Uh,
work for a university, so it doesn't matter to me.
but yeah, here's my spinning in a circle of the courtyard at the venue and at the merch table. And it
Oh,
is
yeah,
it
I
is
saw
very small. So the actual like room that the stage in was also super small. It was basically like being in someone's garage.
I've been to those kind of shows, yeah.
So like there's no, if you've been to like any normal show, you normally walk in and there's a barrier between you and the stage. That doesn't exist. You can get as close as you want to.
Yeah.
Which is that was new for me. Um
Wow.
So it was set up sort of like the Proto Men concert we went to.
I smaller than that.
There,
Are
yeah.
you serious? Jesus.
Um
Where was
so I can't, so basically Frontalot and Schaefer did their sets, and then halfway into, no, before MC Lars even started his set, he's like, "Hey, what if I did my set outside in the courtyard?" And so he does that, and he's like, "All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna have to run like in and out to like start the songs and stuff, but we're gonna do this." So we're like, "All right, we're just gonna be outside in the courtyard, I guess." There's like a moment near the end of his set where he decides mid song to climb a tree, and the branch snaps. I might have video of this. I have to see. And then I think Megaran did his set last, and he did half of it inside, half of it outside. It was interesting. I think the whole thing was streamed, so let me see if I can find the part where MC Lars climbs a tree. You can see me right there. Where does he climb tree? Oh, here it is. Here he goes. He's gonna do it.
Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. Nah, okay, nah. That's fucking amazing.
But yeah, it was definitely an interesting show to say the least. Very cool.
Yeah. Incarceration Fest was really fucking fun.
Oh yeah, you also went to a thing. How
I
was
also
that?
went through a couple of things. Really fucking fun. Fever put on a amazing fucking show again. I'm gonna drop one of the fucking. I love Jason Butler because this man does the craziest shit. He always takes like he brought up a trash can or a trash receptacle on top of the stage just so he could yeet it into the crowd. He went down the middle aisle with the microphone, went on top of the media stage, sang the end of the last song into it, smashed the microphone into the media tent till it broke, and then threw like the condenser top into the crowd.
Jeez.
I fucking love him. A Day to Remember was fun. They always have what they call crowd surfers, where they have one person that lays down, that's like laying down, that's crowd surfing, and then they have someone stand on top of the crowd surfer.
Oh jeez.
That one's a lot of fucking fun to watch. I always love going to these two because they always at least once will have someone who's in a wheelchair crowd surf. Of course, they always want to, and they make sure it's safe. But it's always cool that you see like people holding them up. It was yeah. It was so much fun. It was so cool. Really fucking hot. There was literally only one band that I was even a little bit disappointed in, and it was Beartooth. I don't know what happened. They just didn't do their sound check, I think, because none of the dude's cymbals were mic'd. I could hear his snare, his bass, and his toms, but I could only hear his hi-hat from the stage. And I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. And then I could hardly distinguish the bass and the rhythm from the lead. And I'm like, did y'all do anything? Or did y'all just like come out here and do it? Because there's one thing that Caleb does that I don't particularly like. He seems like he really, really loves to get the crowd involved, which is perfectly fine. Except for when you do it every single fucking song with, okay, guys, I need you to give me all you've got on this song. Dude, you've said that 11 times already. I get it. I get it. You don't need me to be singing along and jumping. You don't need to tell me every single fucking song. I hope I get to see them again, and I hope that maybe this is just because they play at a festival and maybe they don't have time to sound check, or I'm hoping that if they do it in a different setting, they're better because I love their albums. Just live-wise, they're not that good.
Yeah.
Oh, I also got two. I got two new vinyl. I got a picture disc of Cannibal Corpse.
Oh,
which
nice.
is really fucking cool. They weren't even there, and they had like a shit ton of Cannibal Corpse albums.
Weird.
I'll take a picture of it and put it in the chat. And then I also got a live Ice Nine Kills album, which is also really fucking good.
Nice.
They were really fucking good live. They had costumes on and everything. That one was fun.
Very cool.
Mhm.
So next concert for me is in October. I'm seeing 100 Gex, which I'm
Nice.
very excited for. And just announced very recently, Mastodon, Opeth, and Zealand Ardor are coming here in December. So I'm very excited for that.
I got to see Mastodon too. They were also really fucking good.
Very cool. Am hype.
Oh yeah, I get to go to what is it fucking called? Dance Gavin Dance this Friday.
Oh, they were just here, I think. I think Animals
hold
as
on.
Leaders were supposed to be with them, but they dropped off last minute or something.
Yeah, they did. I'm not happy because I really wanted to see Animals as Leaders. They have Idola though, who is like basically Dance Gavin Dance light, so I'm okay with it.
And then what else? I'm trying to save up money to fly to Denver to go see JPEG Mafia. But I have to figure that one out because Peggy was here in Salt Lake for a festival. But as I've mentioned, the tickets for that were $300, and I wasn't gonna pay that just to see like three dudes. So I'd rather spend like maybe $100 less to just fly to Denver for a weekend.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But if I can do that, that would be very cool.
Yeah.
My next concert is still Slipknot.
Oh, I got to see Slipknot too. Did you guys see? This was what I wanted to say. Did you guys see that MGK said some shit at Riot Fest the other day?
Oh
About
yeah,
Slipknot?
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah, did you
fucking
see
Corey
the-
Taylor was just like, "Look, I just didn't feel the song, man, but here's the receipts, I guess."
No, did you hear what Corey Taylor said to him in response?
Wait, he was spawned. I didn't see he was
Yeah,
spawned.
like,
Oh, fuck,
like
what he was
he
spawned
posted
with.
like
You know,
the conversation on Twitter or something that he had about doing a song with him or something. I don't know.
See, it was
No, his exact words to MGK were, "If you keep this up, soon you'll be singing country music instead."
Oh, I did see
Yeah.
that. That's
I saw that one.
hilarious.
I saw that one. I didn't see if he said anything else. Cause
I was just like, "Fuck, dude, you like." You came for him in ways that the U.S. military came for Japan during World War II.
my,
You were like, hold up, let me humble this man real quick.
it was literally every single fucking person on the internet is like, dude, what are you thinking? Why would you do this? You called out Eminem. And did you see how poorly that went for you in a genre you were established in? Not to mention, he was literally performing at the same time as Slipknot. I read an article. I think they said that at the same time that MGK was saying that shit, Slipknot was doing a tribute to Joey. And I was like, if that doesn't tell you the difference between these two, people.
Yeah, it's almost like I made a point of why I hated MGK the first time we talked about him. But you know what? Add to the pile of fuckery and why I hate you.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't get over that. Like, what did you think was gonna happen, fam?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just trying to get hype for his next album, because he also kind of tried to start shit with Conor, or Conor McGregor tried to start shit with him. So I think he's just trying to be controversial to get those controversy views, but
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyway, that's all I got. So I guess album picks.
Yeah.
I think I know what album I'm picking, and I don't know why I'm picking this album. Actually, I do. It's because I remembered that a meme album of it exists. But fuck it, we're talking about this, I guess. Fucking Neutral Milk Hotels in the Aeroplane Over the Sea. Why not?
Okay.
I have no idea who that is, but everyone in this group chat had better fucking know who mine is.
So this album is my pick is significant for, I guess, where my taste in music would go after the time that I discovered this, but I'll get into that. But there's a meme album of this. Let me see what it's called in the G4 over the, I don't remember what it's fucking called. It's called In My G4 Over the Sea, and it's basically a mashup with a bunch of bling rap stuff, and it's hilarious.
Bet.
I'll talk about that one too.
Yeah, mine is a simple pick. I'm gonna stick with the electronic theme, and we're gonna listen to the band that started my obsession with electronic music.
Oh.
We're gonna listen to the Glitch Mob.
Woo!
I only know one album by them, and I haven't even heard the whole thing.
I love them, so.
Is it Fortune Days? Because that's what we're listening to.
No, it's Drink the Sea.
Their
yeah.
debut album.
What's it called? What album are we doing?
It might be Drink the Sea.
Hey.
Fortune Days is what I want to pick, but I can't remember if that's a song.
Fortune Days is the second to last song on Drink the Sea.
Yes, Drink the Sea is what we are listening to. God, I am retarded.
Yes. They're absolutely most part. Yeah, that one. Okay, I've listened to this album a fucking shit ton.
As have I. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Is this their debut?
Yep.
For some reason, I could have sworn they had something like before that, but now that I see that it's in 2010, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go deathcore again. More deathcore, I should say. Would you? I love electronic deathcore. What is yours? Did you say yours was meme music?
My album is a fucking meme, but I guess you would consider it folk, which is interesting coming from me.
Yeah, it is. One of these times, I want to have Stallman on again, but I want us all to conspire to all pick albums that only he's gonna hate specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like ones that we don't mind, but ones that he will specifically fucking hate.
I'll pick Christian music again.
Huh?
I'll pick Christian music again.
Okay, it's gonna hurt, but okay. Someone else just needs to pick Knuckle Puck, and then I'll pick Deathcore, and we'll be good.
Hold on. Is this the full thing? Hell yeah. So I'm also gonna post this too. Optional.
Optional material.
Yes.
We could just do a week where we each pick 2 albums.
Oh god.
No.
Let's fucking go, boys. I'm gonna pick a Cattle Decapitation album.
What if I pick one album that is 2 hours long?
If you pick a fucking Swans album, Mike, I will shit down your throat. Do you
Every
understand?
time I just wait for that.
I'm gonna do it one day.
I'm gonna fly. You better do it in a week where I'm in Utah, so I can literally shit in your mouth at the opening.
I'll do. All right. The week before you get here, we just open up. My mouth is wide open, and your ass is just directly above me. You're gonna take a fat shit.
It's like it cuts to the opening, and it's like, "Hey guys, welcome to the Cringe Crew Music Podcast, and today we'll be interpreting Jackass."
Okay. He's good. Anyway.
But I think that is all I have.
Yeah, same.
Okie dokie. So that's gonna do it. I guess that's our picks. I guess we should also figure out when are we doing podcasts again.
I have no fucking idea.
Okay, so that means that starting on Sunday, I will message you every day until you reply and be like, "Steven, please." which is what I was doing before.
Fear not, I have cured the big sad, so I am now okay.
All right, bet. Did you notice anything different about the about the Discord when you posted?
Oh yeah, you mean Steven Waiting Room? Yeah.
Now we have 2 of them. They match. One day you're gonna come in and every single channel and the server itself is just gonna be called Steven Waiting Room.
Like, fucking Ted is gonna be like, "Hey, which admin approved this? Because I have a problem with it."
I don't know. Anyway, next episode, the air date is a mystery. None of us know. We'll find out when you find out. Anyway, catch y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.